Have you ever gazed at the full moon and felt an inexplicable stirring within your heart, a quiet pull, as though something ancient and eternal was whispering to you through its light? This is not imagination, it is a call of the cosmos. The moon does not merely circle the earth, it circles the soul of man. Babaji often reminded his disciples that the heavenly bodies are not distant ornaments in the sky, but mirrors of the inner universe. When the moon is full, it does not simply shine brighter, it awakens hidden tides in your own being. Its silvery glow pours upon the earth, bathing rivers, mountains, and oceans, yet it also pours upon your consciousness, illuminating forgotten corners of the mind where shadows hide. The full moon is not only a spectacle of nature but also a teacher of completeness. Its roundness reminds you of the wholeness that you eternally are, beyond all restlessness and division. Just as the moon reflects the light of the sun, you too reflect the eternal light of the divine. To miss this night is to overlook an open doorway into remembrance. The saints and sages have long known that prayers, meditations, and intentions rise higher under this celestial current, as though the heavens themselves lean closer to listen. Babaji, in his infinite compassion, has often taught that the full moon magnifies whatever seed you plant in your heart. If you nurture fear, fear will swell. But if you rest in peace, love, and devotion, these too will blossom with radiance. Therefore, the question is not whether the moon is powerful, it always is. The question is, what will you choose to magnify within yourself tonight? The answer may shape your path far beyond this single night. Dear seeker, when Babaji spoke of the moon, he would often remind his disciples that it is not merely a body of rock and dust orbiting the earth, it is a cosmic mirror. Its surface, though barren, reflects the blazing glory of the sun with such purity that it lights up the night sky. In the same way, your soul, though often veiled by worldly struggles, has the power to reflect the infinite light of the divine. The full moon becomes a silent messenger, showing you what lies within. Its completeness is not only a phenomenon of astronomy, it is a symbol of your own eternal wholeness. Every time you see the moon in its fullness, remember that the universe is teaching you about yourself. Just as the moon does not generate its own radiance but borrows it from the sun, so too does your consciousness borrow its light from the Supreme Source. When your mind is quiet, you reflect that divine brilliance with clarity. When restless, the reflection becomes distorted, like waves disturbing the image in water. Babaji would often say, do not seek the moon outside, seek the moon within. For the true completeness is not above your head in the sky, but hidden in the stillness of your own being. The cosmic mirror of the moon also teaches humility. Despite its beauty, it owns no light, yet the world praises its glow. So too, dear seeker, when you act as an instrument of the divine, letting his light shine through you, your life becomes luminous, even if you claim nothing for yourself. The full moon is thus a reminder, not of distance, but of closeness, an invitation to recognize that what you see in the heavens is already alive within your own soul. Dear seeker, Babaji always reminded his disciples that energy is neither good nor bad, it simply follows the direction of your awareness. On the night of the full moon, this truth becomes unmistakably clear, for the moon's radiance does more than illuminate the earth, it amplifies the currents that already move within you. Just as the ocean tides rise higher under the pull of the full moon, so too do the tides of thought, emotion, and intention swell within the human heart and mind. The moon becomes a magnifier of your inner state, drawing forth what is hidden and giving strength to what you nurture. If fear or restlessness lingers in your being, it will echo louder under the lunar glow. But if you hold peace, love, and prayer within, these too will expand and radiate beyond your ordinary reach. This is why Babaji urged seekers to be vigilant during this sacred time. He would say, be mindful of the seeds you water, for under the moon they grow swiftly. To sit in anger is to multiply anger, to sit in stillness is to multiply stillness. The full moon does not discriminate, it simply amplifies. The choice of what you feed remains yours. Babaji often guided disciples to meditate during this phase, using the moonlight as a reminder of their inner luminosity. He taught that chanting sacred mantras, offering silent prayers, or simply resting in breath under the full moon allows divine vibrations to resonate more deeply in your cells. In this heightened field, transformation becomes easier, for the universe itself lends its strength to your practice. Dear seeker, the energy of the full moon is a current. Will you allow it to carry you into greater clarity or into deeper confusion? The direction depends on the awareness you hold in this very moment. Dear seeker, Babaji often said that just as the moonlight scatters the darkness of night, so too can your awareness scatter the heaviness of karmic clouds. The full moon is not only a spectacle of beauty, it is a time of subtle cleansing. Its silver radiance has long been revered by sages as a purifier, a reminder that no matter how heavy the night may seem, light always returns. On such nights, the energies around you and within you are more receptive, more fluid, and more open to release. Karma, dear seeker, is nothing but the imprints of past actions, stored like shadows in the mind and body. These impressions, often unnoticed, weigh upon your spirit and shape your choices. Babaji would guide disciples to sit in silence under the full moon, closing their eyes and allowing the cool rays to wash over them. He would say, "Let the light enter the hidden corners, let it dissolve the patterns that no longer serve you." In those moments of deep surrender, one can feel subtle layers of heaviness loosening, regrets, desires, fears, all gently lifted by the compassionate hand of nature. The full moon night offers you a chance to release, not by struggle, but by awareness. Instead of clinging to past burdens, visualize them being carried away in the moon's glow, like mist dissolving in sunlight. Meditation becomes deeper, prayers reach farther, and even a few moments of heartfelt stillness can bring clarity. Just as the moon cleanses the earth with its cool light, it invites you to cleanse your heart with forgiveness, compassion, and letting go. Remember, dear seeker, karma binds only as long as you identify with it. Under the full moon, Babaji would whisper, "Step into the light and watch the chains melt away." Dear seeker, Babaji often revealed that the mysteries of the cosmos are reflected within the human body itself. The moon, in its fullness, does not only pull the oceans, it stirs the inner ocean of your own being. Just as vast tides rise and fall under the lunar influence, so too do the hidden currents of your emotions, thoughts, and subtle energies. This is why, on full moon nights, you may feel waves of joy, sudden restlessness, or an unexplainable intensity within. It is not a disturbance, but a reminder of the living connection between your inner world and the cosmos. Babaji would say, "The waters of the earth and the waters of the body dance to the same rhythm." More than 70% of your form is fluid, and like the ocean, it responds to the moon's call. The emotions that rise during this time are not to be suppressed, nor should they be feared. They are waves upon the surface of the mind. Watch them, dear seeker, as you would watch the sea, allowing each surge to come and go without clinging. In this observation, you discover the deeper truth: beneath all waves, the ocean remains vast and still. When disciples asked how to handle these heightened tides of feeling, Babaji guided them towards silent meditation. He taught them to let the breath become the anchor, steady amidst the movement, so they may experience the still depths that no wave can touch. By resting in awareness, you learn that emotions are transient, while your true self is eternal, untouched by their rise and fall. Thus, the full moon becomes a teacher, showing you both the power of tides and the serenity of the ocean's depth. Babaji would gently remind, "Do not drown in the waves, beloved seeker. Remember, you are the ocean, not the storm." Dear seeker, Babaji, in his boundless compassion, always reminded disciples that the full moon is not only to be admired, it is to be used as a sacred opportunity. On this night, the veil between the seen and unseen becomes thinner, and your practices carry a heightened power. To sit quietly beneath the glowing disk, or even to visualize its radiance in meditation, is to align yourself with the rhythm of the cosmos. Babaji would often instruct, "When the heavens open their treasury, gather light with both hands. Begin with silence. Let the moon's cool beams fall upon your body and mind, softening the restlessness of thought. Sit in meditation, spine erect, and imagine the silver light streaming down through the crown of your head, flowing along the spine, and washing every cell in peace. This visualization cleanses not only the body but also the subtle channels of energy. If mantras are close to your heart, chant them gently under the moon, for each syllable vibrates with greater resonance tonight. Babaji taught that sacred sounds ride upon the lunar current, reaching farther into the subtle worlds. Prayer too becomes potent under the full moon. Whatever you offer with sincerity, whether gratitude, surrender, or compassion for others, spreads widely, as though the moon carries your intentions across the earth. Babaji often encouraged seekers to expand their hearts on such nights, sending blessings to all beings, human and animal alike. He would say, "The moon does not choose whom to shine upon, let your love also know no boundaries." And dear seeker, remember service. Even a small act of kindness performed on a full moon day resonates long after the night has passed. Thus, meditation, mantra, prayer, and service together weave a tapestry of light. The moon lends you its fullness, but the offering you make is your own awareness. Dear seeker, the full moon comes and goes, yet its deeper teaching is not bound to a single night. Babaji always emphasized that true wisdom is not to depend on fleeting celestial events, but to absorb their message and carry it into daily life. The moon in its fullness shows you what you already are, whole, radiant, and complete. But once the moon wanes, will you forget this truth? Or will you let its memory continue to guide you, like a lamp in the heart? Babaji would say, the cosmos only reminds you of what is within. Do not become attached to the reminder, awaken the source itself. This is the essence of integration. When you sit under the full moon, you touch moments of peace, clarity, and expansion. The true practice begins when you bring that same awareness into your ordinary tasks, while speaking, working, eating, or walking among others. To remain inwardly luminous, even when the sky is dark, is to live the teaching of the moon. The fullness you witness above is already present in the soul. When anger arises, remember the moon's calm glow. When fear shakes you, recall its steady light. When restlessness surges like a tide, anchor yourself in the still ocean Babaji pointed to within. Every challenge becomes a chance to reflect divine light, just as the moon reflects the sun without fail. Babaji guided seekers to see life itself as a cycle, like the waxing and waning of the moon. There will be phases of brightness and shadow, but the essence remains unchanged. Integration means recognizing that the fullness is never lost, it simply waits behind the veil. Dear seeker, let every day be a full moon within you. Carry its light wherever you go, and your life will become a blessing for all. Dear seeker, as this journey under the full moon draws to a close, remember that tonight's silver glow is not an accident of nature, it is a reminder, a cosmic invitation. Babaji always taught that the heavens are not separate from you, they are the outer reflection of the inner infinite. The full moon shines not only to light the earth, but to awaken the light of your own soul. If you sit quietly, even for a few moments, you may feel its radiance stirring the still depths within, whispering, "You too are whole, you too are eternal." Do not let this night pass by unnoticed. Step outside, breathe deeply, and allow the moonlight to bathe your heart. Offer your fears, your burdens, your restless thoughts into its glow, and let them dissolve like mist. Carry forward only peace, only compassion, only the remembrance of who you truly are. Babaji would often say, the moon does not struggle to shine, it simply reflects. Let your life reflect the divine in the same way. Dear seeker, I invite you to pause and reflect. What does the full moon awaken in you tonight? Share your experience in the comments below. Let us walk together on this path of remembrance, supporting one another as luminous souls. Your reflections may be the very spark that inspires another seeker on their journey. As you go forth, may you carry the fullness of this night into every day, into every act, into every breath. May your life itself become a radiant moon, lighting the way for others who walk in darkness. Jai Gurudev.